All right, folks, what is going on? This is episode 749 of the First and Frame Rate Show. I am VF Baller. Over here, we talk about Georgia Southern and Atlanta Falcons football. And it's starting to drag out. This coaching, this whole coaching interview and the coaching search is starting to drag out. And it's getting to the point where it's like, it ain't much to talk about. It ain't much to be excited about. So you just basically have to sit back and let things, take its course. Now, Jim Harbaugh is now the coach of the San Diego Chargers. There's also reports that Bill Callahan is going to the Titans, I think. Yeah, I think Bill Callahan went to the Titans. Ben Johnson is possibly going to the Commanders. So a lot of guys are getting knocked off of the list. But then you still have Aaron Glenn, second interview with Raheem Morris. You also have Ejiro Evero is supposed to still be interviewed, and Mike Vrabel. Bobby Slowick is the guy that I'm kind of eyeing right now. And I don't know, because you still got Bill Belichick in the background, so you don't know what's going to happen. So if this is your first time here, welcome. I could be found on the YouTube and Rumble. I'm also on Anchor. Well, I guess still call it Anchor. Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. Rumble is where you can listen to the show and watch the show. On YouTube and all the other platforms, it's just audio only. Close the door a little bit. And I want to appreciate you guys for sitting here, just supporting the show. I really appreciate it. You guys are absolutely awesome. And got new followers on X at VF Baller, and the website is firstandframerates.com. If you want to support the show, CashApp and PayPal links are in the description box down below. Today has been a rainy day, a foggy day in the city of Atlanta. And I don't know if it has anything to do with the way I'm feeling about all of this. A lot of guys end up being head coaches now that we were interviewing for, and congratulations to them. They're well deserved. But with the Falcons, it seems like they're doing their due diligence, and I give them props for that. But I don't know what's really going on here, because a lot of people still hanging on this Bill Belichick thing, which, look, it started to seem that way when, Belichick had a second interview, but then now you have like a second interview with Avero and another one with Slowick, and then Raheem Morris is coming in, and then Mike Vrabel. I just don't know. And like I said, it's starting to really feel like it's a drag, and it's not much to talk about here. The only thing that you can do is like hope for the best. You know what I mean? It's just, this is all you can do, hope for the best. Whoever comes in as a coach, hopefully they'll be able to get things together to where they're actually going to turn this thing around. Because right now we have a situation where the team just still seems like it's at a standstill. And if you can make a case, it seems like they're taking a step back. We just lost our defensive coordinator, and pretty much everybody else is gone. From that coaching staff is probably out of the door at this point. So we don't have anything. So we definitely took a step back. And you're just sitting like, okay, can somebody come in here to give us anything better than a 8-win season? And that's basically what it is at this point. Because I'm like, depending on the coach, I want them to be able to get us to the playoffs and win at least one playoff game. I believe Harbaugh absolutely could have done that. And it's going to be interesting to see what he does with the Chargers. I believe Bill Belichick can do it as well. I mean, he has the acumen and the experience, and he has better weapons than what he's had at at the Patriots. I believe that he can do it as well. I'm just looking at long term when it comes to Belichick, so I'm not sure. I ain't gonna say I'm not sure. I know I don't really want him as the coach, but I get it. You should have some form of success. And all these other guys that are out here, I don't know, what they're going to be capable of. I mean, especially a lot of these guys who are like, they were interim coaches or their first year head coaches or their coordinators. You still got Mike Vrabel. You know what you're getting out of him. But is he one of those guys that want some power too? Is he going to try to find a way to remove Terry Fontenot out of the way so he can try to run the show, especially if he wins like 8 or 9, 10 games? or if he gets to an NFC championship game. That's basically what we were dealing with, what the Titans were dealing with. I mean, is that going to be the case? I mean, I don't know. I mean, the main thing is like you want a coach here that just wants to coach. I know there's a lot of power struggle with a lot of coordinators and a lot of coaches nowadays. They want to be a part of the front office. They want to be able to get all the talent together. They want to be able to do so much on as well as coaching. It's kind of tough to find somebody who you can pick that just wants to coach. That's one thing. Like if Vrabel comes in here and that's all he wants to do, I mean that's fine. I mean I'm okay with that hire. I don't have no problem with it. Slowick, I feel like that's good. He's going to come in and just want to coach. I don't see there's no indication to say that he wants to find out what Terry Fontenot does or knows what he does and try to usurp him or try to take the job or try to be the guy to do everything. He doesn't come off like that. All the other guys, they don't come off like that as well. So I think that we're going to be still in it for the long haul. I'll be completely surprised, today if they, hire somebody. I would find that really, really surprising because they still want to get a few coaches in here to interview, and they look like they're like 15 guys that they've interviewed, and they're like, what 2 or 3 of them have found jobs now, maybe 4. So you still got, nearly a dozen people that you can pick from if you want to. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, like my main thing is you just make sure you get the right person in here. Even if it's just for one Super Bowl appearance or one Super Bowl win, I'll say it's worth it. Even if it's that guy, the one that I don't want, Bill Belichick. Yeah, I'll say it's worth it. I mean, I don't have to agree with everything that the front office does if they do, they do certain things, but hey, I'll go along with it. That's my team. I like what they do. I mean, I want to see them succeed. I like what they do most of the time, but I just don't want him. I mean, this is my opinion. I don't want him here. But Slowick looks promising, I mean, he does. I don't know too much about the other guys. Aaron Glenn, he was a defensive coordinator, for the Lions. He looked pretty good. Raheem Morris, I'm going to say no to Raheem Morris because it's just, to me, hey, we've been there and done that. I mean? There's nothing against him, but we've been there and done that. Don't know too much about Avero, but he was on the Los Angeles Rams when they won the Super Bowl. And that's really interesting. But after that, it's like, I don't know what's going on after that. Because after that, he was a defensive coordinator of the Broncos in 2022 and the Panthers in 2023. And the Panthers defense did not look bad at all. So, I mean, you kind of know what you're dealing with. Mike Vrabel, what else to say about him? He was the Titans, head coach. And like I said, Bobby Slowick, I think, he's the guy that everybody's wowing, and people are really looking at him, really good. So, he might be the guy. And then you still have Anthony Weaver here. So, I mean, you got a good bit of, you got a lot of diversity here. You got a lot of guys that are different, and it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out, And I mean, I didn't even talk about it. You got 3 other people here that they had interviews with. It's really interesting. I mean, back then you had Steve Wilkes, you had Brian Johnson and Joe Brady and Mike McDonald. Oh, you had a good bit of people here. I haven't named everybody. Like I said, you had almost a dozen people still here for interview. So I'm like, where are we going? Because there's a lot of guys here that's been interviewed, and we really don't have any indication. Everybody's leaning towards Bill Belichick, but it's just starting to drag out, and it's getting, like I said, it's getting old. It's getting old. I mean, what he's been fired. Arthur Smith was fired since what, the 11th. I mean, goodness, it's been 12 days, and it just feels like it's been like an eternity, man. It just feels wild. I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe something to change. If you like this commentary, hit the like button. Share this podcast. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me know what you guys think. Y'all feel like it's starting to drag out too? I mean, it is. I just want to see something happen. Just for real. I mean, I can be found on YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts. If you want to watch the show, it's on Rumble. If you want to listen to the show, it's on all other platforms. I can be followed on X at VFBaller. The website's firstandfriendrace.com. And if you want to donate to the show, Cash App and PayPal links are below. All right, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. Y'all guys enjoy the rest of y'all day. Y'all take it easy and y'all be blessed. Peace.